So imagine your car breaking down on the side of the road. You're stranded. That's what's happening right here. And you look over to your left where your man's seat is, except there is no man. There is no man. And it's at this moment you realize that being strong and independent and a feminist who does not need a man, men are useless, you know, you've heard it all, is only cool online on TikTok. I'm wasting time. Just get it.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Humbling moment for me right now. I had some car trouble this morning, apparently. I'm on the side of the road. Instead of thinking about how much money this is gonna cost, instead of thinking about what repairs I need, what's going through my mind right now is the fact that I don't have no man to call in a time like this. I don't have no man that can sit here on the phone and wait while I'm waiting for this tow truck. I don't have a man to come meet me so that I don't get snatched up by this tow truck driver. I don't have a man to call to sit on the phone with me while I'm getting the tow truck. I don't have a man to meet me at the mechanic. I think it's time for us to accept we need men. As much as we say we don't, we need men.
First off, I hear the hazards. This is not fake. This is the real deal. They're clicking. She's in desperate need. She needs help. But why does it seem like these chicks always have to be in the worst possible case scenario? And even when they're in that situation, it's like you're only thinking about this because of what you can get from that man, is what it sounds like to me. That is an added benefit. That is true. Men, to the women who they appreciate, do like to do things like change a tire. Changing a tire isn't that hard, right? It's easy if you're a man.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And men don't mind doing that for their women. Now, if you pay them and they work for AAA, they will do that as well. As always, man, we're going to check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. The only question I have for you is, what do you think? What do you think of the turnaround, the switch around here? Do you think this may lead her to actually change? Or do you think this is just another emotional moment? And like I've always personally said, it's all fun and games on TikTok. It's all fun and games when the camera's in your face and you just did your makeup. When the cameras go off, these are the situations they are in, right? Cars, this is real life. Cars break down, people get sick. People need people. People need people. It's very interesting that it's always the people who need the most help, right? It's always that person who is always asking for things from other people that always seem to be the most arrogant. Anyways, let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. Top comment here reads, they only want you for car trouble. That's what I picked up. That's what I picked up. Chicks like this woman right here only think about their need for a man only when they want their car fixed, at which point it's too late. Here she responded back. Here we go. Yeah. What did you expect? What did you expect? Somebody else here added to the conversation and says, is that the truth? Here's another person who says, only need us for something. Another person here added, this is also why fathers are important. Yeah, but the cycle is supposed to be you leave your parents' home, right? You leave your father. He'll always be your dad. He'll always be your dad. But you leave, you get married, you find yourself a man, and you are now under his protection and leadership. Hochisha, some of us don't want to get married, but she does. She wouldn't be talking about this if she did not. So stop trying to look for a reason to move the goalposts. Somebody else responded back and said, so basically you can't afford your car problem. Somebody else who says, your mom. Oh, okay. This is sad. I didn't read her comment here. It says, my dad is dead. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Somebody else who says, this crossed my mind before I wanted, but I still took the risk. LMAO. But I only said this because my dad sucks, she says. The Coffee Pod is backed by FathersHaveRights.com. One of the most shocking things an attorney revealed in our prenuptial agreement guide is that times are changing. More and more women are the ones demanding prenups. Yes, typically a man will be more hesitant, more afraid to bring up the conversation of a prenuptial agreement before marriage. However, women who are protecting their assets have no problem making it very clear that they will not get married without a prenuptial agreement, especially women who are the primary earners or came from a family with money or business. So the idea that only men care about prenups is a myth. When women who plan to get married have something to protect, they protect it. So my question to all future husbands is, why shouldn't you? Well, the good news is it's not too late. If you need a prenup but don't know where to start, click the link pinned to the top of the comment section and take the first step in protecting your future marriage today. Another person here added, equality, sister, you don't need a man. Another person here added, where is the bear girl? And she left the laughing emojis. And this is the reason why she's laughing. For those of you who don't know, the bear, you just go look it up yourself. I really don't have the time. Do we have time in this video? Okay, I'll make it quick, guys. Long, long ago, in a distant land, women started the most nonsensical discussion over whether they would rather be in the forest with a man or a bear. And the majority of modern women, at least the ones that were involved in the discussion, overwhelmingly admitted that they would feel more safe, a lot more safe in the forest with a bear rather than the average man. And of course, you don't need to be a genius and realize how ludicrous the idea of being trapped in a forest with a bear is safer than a man. And so people began discussing. And I also gave my thoughts on the actual topic. You know what else I did? I actually made these photos right here. This one, we had this one. A lot of people like these. This one, this other one, you know, them hugging on bears. 2023 or 24, I don't remember exactly, was a strange time. More comments here. Somebody else here says, only when it's convenient. Somebody else here added, nah, stay independent. You don't need a man.
Let me save you some time. Stop saying we don't need men. What I just witnessed and what I just experienced is what a lot of men in RP content, please don't give it such a bad name. You don't know what it is if you don't, because women have a pink pill. But men's strength is unmatched because we do not carry testosterone. I fight with men, I box with men. They're not even allowed to hit us a certain way because it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's based on biology, okay? It's not about this, it's about biology. You're just built different. The average man is stronger, that don't have no skills, no strength. The average man is stronger than the average female. That's just truth. That's just truth. Maybe pain tolerance is different because of what we're made to endure, but the truth is men are stronger, and it's because they're built for different reasons, okay? They're built to protect. So, I'm at the CVS, and, you know, I'm always moving this dread. I'm at the CVS, and the security that they have in there, now they had a man, but I didn't see him. The security that they had in there was a 5'3", 120-pound woman wet, right? She looked like the girl I need to take on a date, not the girl that need to secure me. And I know there's going to be some women out there that's mad, but you didn't just experience what I just experienced. And I did not feel safe in this store that has security. So I'm going to the ATM. I'm pulling out the max out the ATM will let me. And then this guy comes into the store. Now, they recognize him regularly, but I don't know who he is. He looks like a homeless man. He just starts coming in, pulling drinks up out the machine. He knows all I have to do is just come in here and bulldoze these women and grab.
Damn.
You know why he came in on this shift?
Why?
Because he's been surveilling the fact that, oh, there's only women on duty and I can get away with it. Men don't take you seriously like that. I promise you, they do not take you seriously like that. And I understand that there are women in law enforcement, women in the military. I'm not saying that there aren't strong women out there, but that's not the average female.
Right.
And all I'm thinking in there is, where are the men? Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say, oh, he did that. All I'm thinking is, where are the men? Because I'm about to pull $400 out this ATM, and there's a 6-foot dude in here. Now, I can't take him, but I'm going to fight back more than these young ladies are. And I don't expect them, like I said, I don't expect these women to risk their life for a CVS job. But your security, what are you doing? Ain't called no police officer. The women.
What is she doing? Getting scraped. Fast, not slow. No, listen, I'll say this, man. I'll say this. I personally, and I feel like I have balanced takes most of the time. People try to label me extreme, but I think most of my takes are pretty balanced, right? I personally, on the whole, security and women in law enforcement, I've said this plenty of times before. I'm not somebody who says that women should never be in law enforcement or women should never be in any type of combat careers, you know, where they have to fight. I don't say that. All I'm against is delusion. Listen, I have family that's in law enforcement. And what I found is when there's experience dealing with a man's strength, Or, and it always seems to be this way, right? A lot of chicks who don't understand the difference between men and women, especially from a physical perspective, usually have to be somebody who's experienced it to understand. No, I'm not saying that modern women should be out here getting punched in the face at mass. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it always seems to be the stud, right, who's dealt with the women from the other perspective. And also, she says she boxes, who finally gets it, and understands after a few little, you know what I mean?
Are literally saying stuff like, no, stop, don't, leave now, please, please. Yeah. Leave. Oh my God, he's so annoying. This is what's... Well, no, that was probably the manager, but the security girl didn't even say anything. She's just following him as he's grabbing drinks out the machine. What are you securing?
Her job.
Now, the next drink he goes to while I'm at the ATM and the ATM is spinning a little circle about to release my money, there's a water machine right here. He starts grabbing waters. So now I'm like, okay, so my money finna drop. Is he gonna yank my money? I was already in boy mode by that time. I was already in man mode by that time.
Man mode.
But a lot of you women,
ma'am, please.
Y'all talk about...
I appreciate the honesty, but man mode, come on.
About men the way y'all do because y'all ain't never fought a man. You ain't, men are always defending you or coming to your rescue. You've never experienced a situation one-on-one with a man. I have several. And it's not a game, and you need to be ready. And that's why I take, being ready in martial arts so seriously. But in situations like that just lets you know that men don't look at you like nothing, bro. They'll snap you in half, bro. It would be better for us to use our femininity and get on their side so that they can use it for us. Here comes the guy out of nowhere. He frail. But I'm sure this guy wouldn't even have taken him seriously. But at least he probably would have done more than the young lady was doing. So to y'all companies out here and all that stuff, I understand y'all DI, affirmative. I understand. Please hire who's best for the job. The messenger is saying, as a person who was just pulling their money.
When they want to find somebody who's willing to take a bullet as a security guard, now they want the best person for the job. You. Best for the job, war, bring the men out here. And when it comes to the other things, like best for leadership, less emotional. All of a sudden, it doesn't make sense.
Out of ATM, please hire who's best for the job. I don't care about nobody's feelings. I don't care, we got to hire women too. I don't care about that. Is she equipped? Is she ready to bust her head wide open? Has she pulled a gun out before? Because that's who I want protecting me. That's who I want securing my back while I'm at the ATM in y'all store. I don't want the little young lady y'all is trying to give a shot to because she needed a job. That's not what I want. As the customer speaking out loud, bro, that's not what I want, bro.
A DEI army. Imagine that. A DEI Air Force. Check out a few of these comments, see what the people have to say. Top comment here says, men need women and women need men. Somebody else here added, I love a sensible woman. Liked comment right there. Somebody else responded back and says, she do too, gang. That's funny. Here's another person that says, she responded. She responded to that comment. She says she wasn't making no calls, just taking notes. He wasn't violent, but the whole store was about to be empty. That's hilarious.
Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, love it. And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip.
I have Handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
A second. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it. No, it's a handyman she's talking about.
It's a handy manny. Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have, well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that.
My husband talks about his feelings with his friends.
Maybe he's gay. Next.
This next comment here, I believe you're supposed to read, was the bear off that day. Somebody else here says, she did not lie. One time we need men, period. Another person here added, I will lose to Clarissa Shields, though. Here's somebody else that says, you're realistic. Respect for that. Keep safe. The person who says, I've always thought tough girls were so cute. LOL, no disrespect. Solo Dolo's over here shooting his thought. Thirsty. And she responds back and says, we look like miniature chihuahuas to men.
Do we need men?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, no. Women do not need men.
I don't think we need them, but I think that they're nice to have around sometimes.
Yes, I love men. He lives in Wisconsin and I'm here, and I love having my girlfriends and just being on my own.
Here's another person who says, women with no hate in their hearts are the smartest. Somebody else who says common sense. Him when they said stop and leave. This dude was just in a regular grocery run. He was like, oh, it's time to go grocery shopping and take shit out of the gas station that I frequent, you know, because I know there's a security guard over there who won't do shit. Somebody else who says, as men take the genuine appreciation anytime we can get it nowadays. Thank you and bless you. Yeah, she did a good job, you know, explaining a lot of this. Another person who says, thank you, realizing 100%.
Do women need men?
Do women need men? No, we don't need y'all.
I do. I need my man. Baby, I need my man.
Okay. Why don't you need men?
What do I need a man for? To do what?
Everything.
Okay, why do you need a man?
Because we was created to be soft and nurturing. We ain't created to be working hard. We need a man. I need a man. I need my man.
I mean, I got a man, but I don't feel like I need him. But I like him around.
More than
men
men.
need women more than we need them. Y'all can't do shit yourself.
This commenter says, you just witnessed feminism at its finest. Here's somebody else who says, I will never say I don't need a man. I definitely need my husband. Of course, guys, always curious to know. What do you think? Hey, guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link into the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.